Come on in. You're missing the fun.
Hello? Anyone else who may be lurking? Hello, hello? Playing that. We're playing this. My cam's not on. Let's get that. That's not the one I want on. That's the one I want on. There we go. Alright. Yes. This is interesting music to go into this recording. Let's skip that song for now. There we go. That's at least better. Alright. So, episode 8 recap. I mean, I'm gonna start off before we even jump into it for today saying, like, that is by far the most one-for-one adaptation so far. Like, that episode was pretty much the game. Like, just with obviously less combat, as we've gone over in everything. Like, you don't need all of the encounters as much with the show. I still would have liked to see a bit more to, like, really drive home some of the hardship in that world, but it's fine. Because, yeah, most of that exists just for the sake of having gameplay, so, you know. It's fine not having it. And, yeah, overall, that was definitely the most one-for-one adaptation that we've had out of any of the episodes. It was pretty much spot on. But we'll go into that in more detail as we progress here. Hello as well to Kevin and May. I saw you pop in there. Hey! I'm not even going to try to pronounce your old name. Well, your actual name, because, you know, my brain is not working right now. Hey, eggs. We'll go with eggs. Or chef. Egg chef. Egg. 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 Egg! Egg. My head is now a giant egg. Alright. I'm rambling. Let's get into it. You haven't watched any, Des? Fair. Fair. Yeah, my brain's not processing proper pronunciation right now, and I wasn't gonna... I don't like to butcher people's names. I view it as kind of inconsiderate, you know? So, alright. Enough of that. I need this controller. I need this controller. I mean, fair enough, Des. Alright, let's get into it. And Des, I saw you said you're anxious to play more Shadow. Why is that? Why are you anxious? What's putting you there? Alright. I mean, I'm usually fine with a lot of foreign names, just yours is one that I don't encounter enough. Like, I mean, hockey definitely helps being a hockey fan because, you know, we get a lot of, you know, European names and that routinely, like, around us. And, well, Canadian broadcasters, at least, take some effort to get proper pronunciation. American broadcasters, maybe not so much, but the Canadian ones actually put some effort forward for that. You're close to the end, and then you have to choose what game to learn? Ah, fair enough. Fair enough. Well, if you want to go combat-based, this is going to be horrible on YouTube, me ranting about speedruns for a second right at the start of this. But if you want to go combat-based heavy as your focus, definitely 2013. If you want to go a lot more movement focused and have some fun with some crazy platforming skips, then definitely Shadow. And I mean, the combat's still kind of fun, just it's not the same as 2013's. And then if you want a mix of everything, but also at the same time jank into absolutely hate yourself, go with Rise. Or if you want something extremely short, you can go with Baba Yaga, or the Tomb runs for Shadow. But then if you go for Baba Yaga, you also have to spend a few hours setting... Actually, no, you're on PC. You can grab... When they did the Board Raiders, they made a save file for that. I don't know how good it is. I think it's DD's setup, so it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think, but yeah, I have no idea what that save file actually looks like. I don't know if it's the exact same as what I optimized for my save file. But, yeah. Anywho, let's get into this. Continue. We should have cutscene replay, I think, to start. Which means can skip, because it should be, yeah, this stuff. Which, weird, it replays the in-game cinematic as well as the actual skippable cinematic.
Just get the horse.
I didn't expect that. I expected it to take off from the next little bit, where it's actually skippable.
Can you get on?
Is it all one cinematic when it cuts to Ellie and the rabbit, though? Eh, we may as well watch the entire thing. Kind of recaps where we were, because we took a week for Left Behind, because that's what they did in the episode. In the show. Sorry.
I think we're safe.
Yeah, we're entering winter.
Joel?
Last episode was, well, last episode was Left Behind. And,
Oh, get up, get up, get up.
yeah, I
what to do.
kind of figured like that, but I didn't want to go with, like,
Joel?
Yape and just be like, that doesn't sound quite right, and I don't know if it was right, and I feel bad if it is wrong, so I wasn't gonna just go blind at it without having heard it in a long time. But yes, now we're actually into episode 8 material. And in the show, the bunny survives.
This won't last very long.
Yeah, it is. The ending, yeah. I mean,
You'll just startle it.
that's kind of just The Last of Us.
Where'd you go?
Do I go for Deer Shot? Which I've only ever hit once, I think.
There he is.
I definitely shot way too late. I think I was a little high, too. Yeah, it's not one I've really spent time practicing. I've done it a couple times, Gravel, but I don't really know all the ins and outs of making it work properly that well. Put your fucking head down. But we still get the hunt, although Ellie does it with a rifle and only needs a single shot, but it still runs off.
Got you.
And where's the line? Is it after second shot? Or is it random? Learn my routing. My routing's easy. You go to that one spot, there's your first shot, and second shot's just right here. And then you just run to the fence, which is right behind me. There's the O-man. I liked that after the deer ran off after she shot it. Exactly.
How are you still alive?
Just the in-game dialogue. They had those lines in the show. Just like, oh man, as it runs off. Delivered pretty much the same tone. Smash the fence!
What is this place? Oh, great. Everything's cool.
Alright, so we're gonna be doing...
It's not creepy at all.
Why did I come in here? I know this is only that. There's no actual, like, supplies yet. Alright. So we're gonna be doing fight here kind of twice. For reasons. And possibly more if I fuck up or die or something like that. But we're gonna be doing it at least twice. And you'll see why in a bit. But for now, story.
Who's there? Come out!
Hello? We just want to talk.
Any sudden moves and I put one right between your eyes. Ditto for buddy boy over there. What do you want?
Name's David.
Hey, Dorian.
This here's my friend James. We're from a larger group. Women, children. We're all very, very hungry.
So am I. Women and children, all very hungry too.
Well, maybe we could, trade you for some of that meat there. What do you need? Weapons? Ammo? Clothes?
Medicine! You have any antibiotics?
We do. Back at the camp. You're welcome to follow us
I'm
back.
not following you anywhere. Buddy boy can go get it. He comes back with what I need. The deer is all yours. Anyone else shows up...
You put one right between my eyes.
That's right.
2 bottles of the penicillin in a syringe. Make it fast. Go on.
Bye, Troy.
I'll take that rifle.
Of course.
It's kind of hilarious that they got Troy Baker to play James. So Ellie, in essence, kills Joel. Kind of
Probably
amusing.
gonna be a while. You, mind if we take some shelter from the cold?
This plays out pretty much the same.
Bring him with us.
Delivery on the lines is a little different, but it's pretty much the exact same conversation, same scenario, just Ellie's the one that sneaks up on David and James. They found Ellie's kill the deer, and they're standing there trying to figure it out, and Ellie sneaks up on them. But
You know, you really shouldn't be out here all on your own.
I don't like company.
I see. What's your name?
Why?
Look, I understand it's not easy to trust a couple of strangers. Whoever's hurt, you clearly care about them. Sure, it's gonna be just fine.
We'll see.
And then all of this, like, this cutscene and the ending cutscene for Coal Mine are all combined pretty much, because there's no infected encounter. They just basically waited out for James.
You had another gun?
Sorry.
And that's about it.
Hey, I'd really like my rifle back now.
No, you have your pistol.
Honestly, it wasn't really an addition to the character, it was just an addition to,
I've had some
like,
practice.
context for the story. David already has those elements in the game, which I think a lot of people kind of miss out on. David has very much a preacher charismatic essence to him. Also, I think I might have controller binds from Tomb Raider still on, for one. Even though I didn't hit one of the Tomb Raider controls, I think I still have my Tomb Raider controller binds on, so let's fix that before it runs me into trouble. Oh no, I don't. Okay. Never mind.
Cover the windows.
And also, let's remember the correct buttons to play this game.
Make every shot count.
I've done this before.
Yeah, there's, the final fight, there's a little bit of essence of, that side of David that comes out a bit. Alright.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that thing than I am. Give me a hand with this.
I think I might be too far forward. I might have to redo this.
Help me with this thing.
Aw, fucking hell. Yeah, I fucked that up. I also probably should have waited until it was a bit further back. Because I forgot that she can get pushed backward like that.
Cover the windows.
Okay.
Alright. You're first. You're second.
4.
Oh yeah, Dorian. That's part of the point of this playthrough. And why we're one of many reasons we're doing this on Remastered. Excuse me. Thanks, David. Why'd you back up exactly? Also, I missed way too many arrows there.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that thing than I am. Give me a hand with this. Help me with this thing.
There we go.
I'm coming through the windows.
Okay, so we still have to kill a bunch here. Yeah, don't let them come in. So we still have to kill a bunch here. But yeah, we're out of bounds. If that wasn't already apparent. This is very much out of bounds. If I walk a little bit too far, half the map de-renders. Yeah, the infected won't do anything to you while you're out here. And you can kind of kill them, but not really. Like, you can only, like, shoot them. You can't really stab them or anything. There we go. Actually, possibly.
Maybe they follow.
Yep. I was gonna say, I haven't really tried it, but yeah, probably, because in factions, anytime the walls unload, you can shoot through them, which is part of the reason why there's so many factions glitches that people have exploited, because if you can get a spot where the walls go like that, you can shoot through them, shoot anyone on the map. I mean, Factions is a beautiful game and not at all broken in that, and it's like the best multiplayer that was ever made. Right? That's what I'm supposed to say for all the Factions bros out there? That Factions is like just perfect and amazing? Alright.
Screw it. We're getting out of this room.
And now, it's time for a bunch of clickers. But when you run with David, all these clickers are here for ambience, and they kind of behave a little bit odd. They turn into pretzels. whenever you touch them. I've got a collection of 3 pretzels. Back up. They stand up. And furthermore, there is one right there. That guy spawns in and falls through the map on repeat till the game kills it off, and then it just spawns in again and just does it again over and over. Over and over. And yeah, you can explore pretty far out here. So, like... on the corner of the building. Finding exactly where you are can be a pain in the ass. Okay, that's... Sure. There we go. There we go. So yeah, I can kind of get up here. You can kind of do this. But you can't actually, like, properly get inbounds here.
Cover the windows.
Okay.
And yeah. So, that's something amusing you can do. Completely useless, but fun.
Done this before.
Nice shot, kid. Infected inside. Here.
Nice.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that thing than I am. Give me a hand with this. Help me with this thing. Come in through the windows.
Thank you. I'm like, that didn't break. Let me have the prompt, please. Where are you? Should be a clicker soon. There it is. That went through. Bullshit. Oh my god, David. Too much in my way. What are you doing? Thank you.
More infected on this side. Big cat.
He followed you and your friend.
To your right.
Alright.
Keep that up,
God damn
I
it,
might
David.
just have to pay you back somehow.
Cover the
And
windows.
Yuppie, thank you very much for the 10 months. David really only bothered me there with not staying on the same runner. He was focused on one and then he switched halfway through.
Here.
Okay then. I don't know why I didn't get the kill on that one.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot with that thing than I am.
I think that arrow didn't break, but I can't... There it is.
Help me with
Like, I
this
can't
thing.
get the prompt on it.
Don't let him come in windows.
Again, game. I'm so glad they fixed this. That is one thing that's better in the remake, being able to pick up your arrows. Nice. I love when he just goes 3 punches right away. Doesn't even think about it. Stupid AI. It's like, started coming at me, then briefly looked like it was gonna go after David, and then finished coming after me. That still hit me. Fuck off. That missed. David! Oh my god. Again, he switched targets on me.
Cover the windows.
Okay.
It's fine if I don't have David fuck me over.
Every shot counts.
Done this before.
If I think he has one and he doesn't change targets, you know, it's fine. If he would have stayed on the same target there, I was fine.
Here, on the right.
He did very good rendition of his own take on David. That fucking hit me. Stay on your target, jackass.
You weren't kidding. You're a better shot.
Oh, now I can't get slapped.
Give me a hand with this.
But yeah, he obviously plays the character different, but it still gives pretty much the same vibe. The same kind of, like, dark, feigned as, you know, soft, charismatic leader. Just in a very different way. Same vibe, different tone. That went through him. That went through him. See, when I can reliably use David, he's good. It's when he switches targets on me unexpectedly, that's when it drives me insane. If I can reliably make use out of him, quit changing targets, sir. There we go. No more rifle drops. Damn, I kind of got ripped off on rifle drops.
Screw it. We're getting out of this room.
Yeah, I got ripped off on rifle drops. Jesus.
This way.
Yep, let's get stuck on the wall. I mean, 2's more than enough.
Cover the stairs.
Would have liked to get just a little more.
Follow me through here.
Okay. Do you know where you're going?
Move.
Never set foot in this place.
Great.
Yeah, and that was good because,
This way.
Right behind you.
I mean, you get to play a bunch, and there's a whole bunch more context you get in the game that you're obviously going to have to leave out in a TV setting, so that kind of gave a bit of insight on David
Come on.
that we kind of contextually get in the game.
Hey, kid. You all right?
I'm fine.
Flickers. Get out of there.
But there would be no good way to get into the show without something like that, so... But really rough, definitely. You fucking kidding me? As if you were right here. I backed myself into a corner. As if that fucking clicker was right there. Yeah, I was far enough back. I could have just went left. Thanks, David. Again! And the other one's excitable now, though. Oh, I got both those arrows back? Off a clicker? Nice. It went up. Guess he's his character model's not up, I don't think, though. His character model was up there, but I don't think his character model's up there anymore. Alright, did I get all the stuff? There's nothing here, but there is... Or am I remembering wrong for grounded? I think I got all the stuff. Not that I really need that much.
You alright?
There you are.
Come on.
There's some...
This way.
No? My memory of where things are isn't there anymore. Okay.
There. That ladder could work.
Wow, the ladder?
Here. Come here, boost me up.
Tell me more, David.
Ready? Here. You be quick. You keep a lookout for those things.
I know.
I don't know why I was creeping so much here. I totally did not need to be. Always let that one take a few steps forward because I never trust it being near the corner with how the lock-on works. And then also how you get magnetized in to cuts, because if it's too close to here, you might magnetize in, this will break the animation, it'll come out a stun. Because, you know, games.
Alright. Here you go.
Fun fact, if you're a masochist, you can climb back over right there and go back into a bunch of clickers that have spawned in on that side.
Come on.
Yeah, no shit. Okay, old man.
Careful not to hit one of the dialogue prompts, because then you have all the time in the world to collect all this shit. Preemptively open this. Just in case, you know, go for a stab near it. Alright, I think I'm good. Just need to craft. Oh. Did we miss? Oh, it looked like there's a cloth in there. Okay, I don't think I'm missing anything. No?
Jeez.
There we go.
Looks like someone already...
Let's do this!
I'm looking for this place. Doesn't matter. Grab the gear. And look for an exit.
A conservative pundit recently
Keep your eyes open for anything
said the quiet part out loud at a conference,
See
and
anything?
it called. He's trying to backpedal and say that he didn't say that, but it's there. Like, he very outright called for genocide of trans people. Like, legitimately called out for their genocide. Not veiled at all. Fully in the open. Publicly called out for it. Your AI pathing is busted. Oh my god!
Yeah, you too.
Fucking call.
We're on the roof.
Hell no. Yeah, if you're unfamiliar, it won't take you long to find it if you Google for it. Oh my god, David. And I got... It all started with that fucking runner. We're one runner at the beginning. That one runner at the beginning's path and getting broken broke the entire rhythm of this fight. And also David was really bad in the first couple. Stop using your gun, for one. That's perfect, David. That's perfect.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know.
Did not want to pick up that ammo. Okay, one, come for me, please. Now? No? I'm supposed to be on the bridge. That's my problem. I just realized I'm supposed to be on the bridge after that. I'm forgetting how to manage the flow for this well. It's been a while since I played it. Okay, we'll get through it this one. Unless, you know, I just have a bad instance where things go wrong. Yay, David, 3 punches! Come on, come on, come on. One magnetized to David, please. Yeah, it's scary. It is absolutely terrifying shit. Absolutely terrifying shit.
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know.
No, It's worse. Sad to say, but it's even worse.
Thanks.
That could have went ugly. No? Broke. Yeah, it broke.
It doesn't feel like it.
Stay focused. We'll make it. Here come more.
How many of these things are there?
I have no idea.
Oh my god. Nope. I didn't get the prompt. Alright. Well, at least David finished it. Nope. David changing targets again.
Get ready.
It's been too long since I've done this fight. Where the fuck the other one go? Oh my god, where the fuck did it go? Broken AI! Yay! The fuck was that, David?
Much obliged.
That was a nice broken animation. David? Be better.
No!
You hear that? They're on the roof.
I know.
Ellie, please sprint. David. Thank you. Hey, Bunny, how's it going? You drop? No? You drop? I mean, we're better, but I still wouldn't say we're the best, and there is risk of us going that direction, particularly with the prevalence of it all happening in the States right now. There's lots of that kind of stuff in Canada. Our little freedom convoy people definitely helped accentuate that fact. I did not want to use the rifle there. I don't know why I just did that. It's an actual butt.
Much obliged.
Yeah, it's a bot. It's a bot that just takes random posts and then changes little bits to but I don't have any rifle ammo for this. Oh well. I guess we're doing it this way.
It's a floater! What? It's one of those big fucking guys!
It's just the one spawn.
Kid?
Yeah?
No, I
Okay.
think we did it.
There we go. There's our successful one. Yeah, Butspot loves to pick a favorite, too. It's just... I think it's supposed to be fully random, but it seems to pick a particular person in chat each stream that it buttifies the most. Alright.
Listen,
No infected.
no infected. What'd I tell you? All right, let's head on back. Check on that buck of ours.
Yeah, Butspot sometimes really fucking nails
Well, you
the
handled
correct
yourself pretty
syllable
nice
to
back
change to
there.
butt.
I'd say we make a pretty good team.
Or it's just so bad that it's funny.
We got lucky.
Lucky? No. No such thing as luck.
The setup for the luck
See, I believe
conversation is a little different in the show,
happens for a reason.
but it breaks into this exact same conversation.
I do.
Again, slightly different delivery, but
Absolutely.
line for line, pretty much the same.
This winter. That's been especially cruel. A few weeks back, I sent a group of men out to a nearby town to look for food. Only a few came back. They said that the others had been slaughtered by a crazy man. And get this, he's a crazy man traveling with a little girl. You see, everything happens for a reason. Don't get upset. It's not your fault. You're just a kid. James, lower the gun.
No way, David. I'm not gonna let her go.
Lower the gun. Now give her the medicine.
The others won't be happy about this.
Yeah, well, that's not your concern.
Move the fuck out of the way.
You won't survive long out there. I can protect you.
No thanks. Let's get out of here. Come on.
Though, you mentioned wind.
Okay.
Nessie and I, as Canadians, couldn't help but, like, notice the, once we get to the snowstorm part, once Joel's moving again.
I only managed to get a little bit of food,
You know, just
but I did get this.
thankfully that didn't last long, Jesus.
Move your arm.
Where was I? Oh, just how bad that part looked.
Go.
It's like supposed to be snowstorm and all that. You showed this view of the trees obscured by blowing snow and that, and then you showed Joel just like walking,
That's it.
like nothing blowing in his face or anything. Just like, yeah, no, sorry.
You're gonna make it.
Your snowstorm looks bad. that was an immersion breaking spot. I'm just like, sorry, you film this in Canada, you know a bunch of Canadians are gonna be watching this, and you do your snowstorm that bad? No, sorry, bad. It looks so bad. Where it's like, shoot, camera goes to Joel, and it's just like crystal clear, no snow blowing in his face. He's not that miserable from the weather. It's like, yeah, nope. Sorry. You can't make it look that stormy when you show the trees and then have it look that dead on Joel.
You tracked me. I'm gonna draw them away from here. I'll come back for you.
I'm currently in Ontario, but I'm originally from Winnipeg. So trust me, I know my snowstorms and cold weather. I'm originally from Winnipeg, and I actually did live in Calgary for like 15, 17 years, something like that. So I've actually been able to recognize a bunch of shooting locations throughout the show, which is really cool. Because they shot a bunch in Calgary and Kananaskis, like Canmore and shit like that, so it's like, I've recognized a few things in the show. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool.
Come on.
Alright, so in the show, David obviously goes back to the group. We actually get to see him talk about, like, tracking Ellie and that, and obviously it's only, like, a few guys he has with him, not a ton like this, because these guys exist for the sake of gameplay. And Ellie distracts them by, you know, shooting at them. I kind of still think she should have had the guy grab her, that, you know, she would kill someone there. She would get a kill in there. I mean, like, we still get, like, the whole how winter ends part, so we did get to see that side of Ellie in the episode really well. But I think that could have been a good, like, first kill of, like, present timeline in the show for her. With still having it work with how much more grounded they're making the show and whatnot, with how serious, you know, threats are. Obviously, they're not superhuman video game characters that are killing a ton of people. Just killing when moments come up that they have to. There's no other option. But still, fairly close to how it plays out here. Although David's part of the group, and then makes the decision to take the horse back with a couple guys and have the rest look for Joel. Where Ellie actually also gets captured right from falling off Callus, instead of this little bit playing out until the little resort lodge. Yeah, this section is pure gameplay. So, her getting captured right off of Callus getting shot makes perfect sense. And yeah, prairie snowstorms are brutal. It's like, often we end up talking about weather and stuff on stream, obviously, because, you know, it's just a topic of human conversation no matter where you are. Never mind the fact that, you know, I'm Canadian and deal with winters. That's a lot of viewers don't necessarily have first-hand experience with. So it's like, yeah, I've seen minus 50s. I've seen the minus 50s. I know what it's like to be outside when the wind chill is minus 54. Not too many people over the course of the entire globe have that kind of experience as to what that is like to firsthand be experiencing. Okay, there's more guys for this side. Like, where are we? Okay, there's one. Yep. Celsius. But Celsius? I mean, they meet up at minus 40, so minus 53 Fahrenheit would still be fucking insanely cold too, so... I don't know if at 53, minus 53 Celsius, if it's higher or lower for Fahrenheit, but I know at minus 40 they line up. Yeah, ambient air temperature in the minus 30s, I've seen a ton. And if you get, like, a nasty wind chill on a day when it's, like, minus 35 or something out, yeah, the wind chill can get into the minus 40s, minus 50s. Which is, kinda cold? just kinda cold? Yeah, neither do I. I do not understand Fahrenheit. I know where certain temperatures line up, but beyond that, like, the entire scale makes no fucking sense. It's like, come on, just use Celsius. It makes perfect sense. Water, which, you know, all organic life is, you know, based around, water freezes at 0. It boils at 100. Wow, that's easy to understand. It's kind of getting warm when it hits 10. It's kind of getting cold when it hits minus 10. It's warm / hot when it's plus 20. It's cold when it hits minus 20. It's fucking hot when it hits plus 30. It's fucking cold when it hits minus 30.
You keep that up, I might just have to pay you back.
Hey, Leamy, how's it going? I swear there's one more guy on this end. I don't remember counts, and I don't even know how many I killed. There we go. I knew there had to be one more guy on this side, and as soon as I get fucking lazy about looking, I run into him. I had a feeling there was still one more.
Really killing her? David said he wants her alive.
Okay, if you live somewhere that sees both ends of the plus and minus scale routinely, that's how it works. When you're acclimatized to seeing both. Like, there's a joke about Winnipeg where it's always 30 degrees. It's either plus 30 or minus 30 because the summers get stupidly humid hot.
Look out here, you guys.
And then prairie winters are brutal. So, yeah. It's always 30 in Winnipeg. Plus 30 or minus 30. You found a new game to speedrun. What are you going to be running? And Leamy also, thank you very much for 24 months. I totally, like, just kind of glossed over that for you. What the hell was that reticle? That tripped me out. That tripped me right the fuck out. That... I couldn't even concentrate on my shot properly. Ellie was holding the bow, like, in her armpit, and the reticle was, like, going from the side of her to the front. Dodgeball Academia? Interesting. Never even heard of it. You'd recommend it casually. What kind of game is it? Thank you for the clip. Welcome back, Cadez. I'm playing really bad today. Well, not really bad, just kind of like recklessly brain dead. It's an RPG. Interesting. A big RPG or a small one? Because RPGs can tend to be a bit of an investment casually. Which reduces the likelihood of me putting it into my backlog. Small-ish. Looked at how long it took you to figure out Temple of the Sun, and you were in there for 40 minutes? Like 25 hours casually? That's not too bad for an RPG. That is not too bad for an RPG. I don't think I got the alcohol. Honestly. I do not believe I grabbed the alcohol. So let's go back for that. I did not. Although I don't really need it. I don't know why I'm grabbing it. Because, am I even going to use a molly? Well, I might use the one that's already crafted, but do I need another? Probably not. Because we lose everything once we get captured anyway, which isn't too much further. You just fundamentally missed the last step. Yeah, I can't remember how long that one took me casually. That's so long ago. So long ago that I did that. Where is this guy? He's just standing at the corner. Blue Goblin Brain. Yeah, fair enough. Oh, I stepped on a fucking... I stepped on that shit. Whoops. You redid it almost immediately. Yeah, as long as you know what the solution is and where to go, hitting gold on most of the time attacks are pretty good. Like, if you look at what we have on SRC as the leaderboard versus what the minimum time for gold is, you'll notice that a lot of them are like a minute or more under target for the actual speedrun, just because like those targets are actually fairly generous when you know what you're doing. Your protagonist is trying to become a dodgeball pro, so of course he runs away from home and goes to join Dodgeball Academy. All the fights are just dodgeball battles. Interesting. It's just Ellie's footsteps. I thought one of them was walking around, but no, that's just Ellie. Where are you? There you are. Wait, that didn't get the other guy's attention? You rediscovered Duolingo? Yeah, Duolingo isn't not too bad. That did not aggro this guy. Wild. Headshot. Just for fun.
Nature track. Okay, that should get me out of here.
Alright.
You got this, Ellie.
So, those of you that have been here with this playthrough since, you know, we did Billstown and Graveyard.
Oh, shit.
Remember Joel floating around and T-posing when we did Graveyard? Yeah, Ellie can do it too. And she also looks really broken when holding the bow. And especially when holding the rifle. That's how you hold a rifle, I'm pretty sure. Pretty sure that's how you hold a rifle. Yeah. So. Ellie can float around as well.
Here we go.
How do you feel the next episode will be? They have a lot to tell. Yeah, That's been one criticism that a lot of people have had, and I kind of have as well. Like, there's certain parts that have felt a little bit rushed. And I definitely see next episode continuing that feeling of being rushed, because that's a lot of major... Like, in terms of what you would actually need to show for the sake of the show, it's not necessarily a lot, because, again, a lot of visuals are gameplay orientated, but in terms of story and tone and that you need to get through for that is a lot. So, it's going to be a challenge to make that fit into a single episode. I don't know why I'm sitting up there. Alright, let's see if I can get this in one go.
I'm gonna find you.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you hear me?
I don't want to get trapped in here.
Yeah, well, obviously looting parts, but a lot of, like, just sections like this, they've rightfully cut out of the game, because, like, yeah, it does build the world and universe a bit, like, showing the threat of humans and that, but you can effectively do that in the show the way they have. Like, you don't need all these long, like, fight sequences and that to convey that. This kind of stuff is here for the sake of, you know, gameplay. Oh, second guy's not there? Yeah, there he is. You don't actually have to kill those guys, but... Oh no. Alright. Let's dance, buddy. Yeah, these guys inside don't have guns, by the way. They do have finger guns, though. Which, you know, if this guy actually wants to get up, we might get to see. Yeah, same. They've done an amazing job with the adaptation. There's little things here and there that I might not necessarily agree with the changes, but overall, everything that they have done has either worked better, Left Behind, or just been... It's just different, and it's a good retelling and reimagining of the story for the sake of a new form of media.
I got this fucking kid.
Yeah, there we go. Finger guns?
Kill you,
You gonna
little shit.
you gonna finger gun me? Gonna finger gun me? No? Sir? Sir? Oh, he was finger gunning. He was finger gunning for a moment.
Kill you, you little shit.
There you go. There you go. Finger guns. Hey, buddy. Do you want to see this? It's really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. So yeah, obviously the capturing of Ellie happens falling off of Callus, so we don't have this long section for the sake of gameplay. And also, Joel's a little cognizant when Ellie leaves. He's not, like, completely clueless that she was even there. She preps Joel to defend himself from people searching the houses. So they actually come in the houses to start it all, instead of Joel just coming out and running into them. after he comes out of the house. Which we'll get to, of course, after this bit. And we get the conversation she has with David here a little earlier as well.
How are you feeling?
But again, it's all pretty spot on.
Super.
Like, it's very close to 1 for 1.
You should eat. I know you're hungry. Been out for quite some time.
What is it?
It's deer.
With some human helping on the side?
No. No, I promise. It's just the deer meat.
You're a fucking animal.
It's awfully quick to judgment. Considering you and your friend killed how many men?
They didn't give us a choice.
And you think we have a choice? Is that it? You kill to survive. And so do we. We have to take care of our own, by any means necessary.
So now what? You gonna chop me up into tiny pieces?
I'd rather not. Please tell me your name.
You're so full of shit.
On the contrary, I've been quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Now I think it's your turn. It's the only way I'm going to be able to convince the others
Convince them of what?
that you can come around. You have heart. You're loyal.
We get a
You're
bit more
special.
to this conversation, too, in this show, which I think...
Oh.
It doesn't, like, straight jump to this. It kind of builds up a bit more organically, and, like, David's genuinely trying to convince Ellie. Which I like how they handled in the show. Because it kind of jumps to that really quick in the game. Which, it still works and still contextually
To keep you alive.
makes sense, but
What am I supposed to tell the others now?
I do like the bit of more build-up and context surrounding it in the show that they give it.
Tell them that Ellie is the little girl that broke your fucking finger.
How did you put it? Tiny pieces.
Any pieces.
See you in the morning, Ellie.
Yeah, I have not been paying attention to any of that. I've heard enough of Neil shoot his mouth off and stuff.
Ellie.
I have not been paying any attention to the podcast or anything.
Ellie?
Haven't listened to a single part of it. Maybe once I finish this, I'll go through it just to see what they did say. But I don't feel like I'm gonna gain anything by hearing that. No, I'm consuming the product you presented to me. If you fucked up on presenting it to me and feel you need to explain it in a podcast, you failed. So, I'm consuming the media you presented to me, comparing it against the original version you presented to me. That's all I need. I don't need to hear all of Neil's behind-the-scenes thoughts and shit. I mean, when it comes to that part, I would actually agree. Ellie does have a very confrontational rage side. I wouldn't necessarily say it's violent. I think the violent is more a matter of circumstance that she's forced into. But the fiery stand ground at all costs side of her is very much prevalent, and when put into a life or death confrontational situation, yeah, it's going to inevitably turn violent, because that is very much just her side, wouldn't be to back away.
Ellie! Where'd she run off to?
Did I grab the cloth? I think I grabbed the cloth. If I didn't grab the cloth, oh well. Also, I forgot to turn on the light. As soon as the light flickers, you know they're about to come out.
Where is she?
Keep running!
Where nothing? You gotta tell me.
Joel interrogates Nathan Drake. I like that they kept the interrogation scene too. Pretty much, again, 1 for 1. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that first one didn't hit the back of his head, sure. You're correct, game. Yeah, they kind of, at least... I mean, it still happens in the show, let's be honest. Joel seems pretty over it. Quick. But it definitely is played off a bit better in the show, because, well, again, you can't really handicap the player too much. So you kind of need Joel just to be back to being playable right away as soon as you give control back. But at least they do play it off a bit that he's struggling in that and whatnot in the show. Yeah, and you definitely can play that off in the show, like, run with that a lot better. Because he does struggle with getting that first guy. Finally gets himself up and then collapses immediately, like, after the struggle and stabbing him. And just kind of collapses on the ground next to him and just watches him die that way while he's, like, struggling. And then adrenaline, of course, will kick in so he can manage himself a little bit better for the subsequent ones, but... And he doesn't have to take care of as many guys as this, because, you know, gameplay.
Hold him still. Shit.
What the? You wait here. Now.
Yeah, that's a little.
Is she alive? What girl? I don't know no girl.
Even with some similarities that you could draw there, you just don't. That's not a comparison you make with the type of person David is. It's not necessary.
She's alive. She's
Because it's not the same.
Where? In the town.
Because Ellie is very much wrong in part 2, but in very different ways.
But you're gonna mark
Very
it on the
different
map.
ways.
And it better be the same exact spot your buddy points to. Mark it. It's right there. You can verify it. Go ask him. Go on. I tell you, I ain't lying. I ain't.
They should have got Nolan North to do a cameo as this guy in the show. Since, you know, that is Nolan North doing the mocap.
Fuck you, man. I told you what you wanted.
Just they redubbed his voice because he sounded too much like Nathan.
That's all right. I believe it.
No, wait.
Wakey, wakey. Come on.
Let's go! Stop!
I warned you.
I'm infected! I'm infected!
Really?
So are you.
And we pretty much get this the exact same in the show.
Right
Again.
there. Roll up my
Yeah,
sleeve.
Ellie killing Troy.
Look at it!
Yeah, Ellie kills Joel.
Play along.
What'd you say? Everything happens for a reason, right?
What the hell is that?
She would have turned by now. It can't be real.
Looks pretty fucking real to me.
But of course, it goes straight because you don't need all the gameplay aspects of us running to the steakhouse. This is already in the steakhouse, and we start the David confrontation immediately, instead of having to do this first.
What the fuck is wrong with these people? I need a gun. Okay. I can do this.
She's infected and she got out. I need you to round up everyone who isn't armed. Clear out of here.
He has all the bullets, Amy. He has all the bullets.
They're everywhere.
Where are you? Where the fuck are you? There you are. Come on. Go a little bit more forward so it doesn't accidentally hit the corner of the car.
Where'd I go?
What was that?
We saw nothing.
There you are.
Bang bang. I don't need to grab anything. Plates made sound. Good thing. And then the fire doesn't start from a struggle, because, you know, it makes sense that David would probably overpower Ellie. She just throws something at him instead to start the fire. And then it pretty much plays out the same,
You want out?
except it's only one stab, not multiple. Because, you know, again, no need for gameplay.
No, you're not infected. That was good, kid.
And we're not going to let this play out long enough to get a bunch of the lines from David, but the dialogue that David uses in the show is pretty much the identical dialogue for this section in the game.
There you are.
You are probably... Okay, we still got his back. I was gonna say, you're probably a little too far forward, but... Yeah, I kind of agree with that, Gravel. I don't like that, I didn't like that she was outside when Joel manages to get to her. I mean, it in the grand scheme of things is mostly fine, but you're right, it's completely one of those little things that adds so much that we're missing out on by them not putting it in. Yeah, they've used a lot of dialogue, and again, I started off talking about it. This one episode was the closest we've had to one-for-one adaptation. Like, it's the game. Like, it is 100% the freaking game.
This is pointless. I can't see a thing. Just keep searching. She come.
Fuck off. What do I have? I do have axe. Okay. I does have axe. Yeah, and she still defends herself and kills David. She just is rightfully, in that scenario, very much lost in her emotion and needs to be brought back to the world. Do I have a favorite episode so far? I would actually say episode 7 has been my favorite. It made me really appreciate Left Behind, when Left Behind in the game is fine, but also a weak point, and like there's a lot of bits that it misses hitting home with me in the game, especially on repeated playthroughs. So... do I want to use El Diablo here? Yeah, exactly, Gravel. Exactly. Like, the emotional significance and delivery from Joel doesn't really make as much context in the situation in the show, because Joel doesn't see what occurred, what Ellie was doing, etc. He just knows, like, she had to survive, and obviously she has some blood on her, so something happened. But it could have just been a quick altercation where she didn't even kill a guy, she just sliced him a couple times to run away. Like, that's all the context Joel gets in the show for what happened with Ellie. And why she's fucking just freaking. Yeah, I completely agree. That was a miss. I fucking forgot about that invisible hitbox there. That stupid fucking light post has a wide ass hitbox.
Here we go. Let's do this.
Come this way. Come this way, into the snow. Yes and no, I'd say, Isaac. Like, it definitely opens... Like, while we've seen how many people have been watching the show that definitely have never played the game, it's hit popular. So it definitely opens up this story to a whole new group of people that would have never consumed this media in the first place. You saw me, fucking hell. Now come back out into the snow a bit. There we go.
Where'd you go? I'm gonna find you. Holy shit!
I really thought the game was gonna give it to him. You know, there's a lot of segment of people out there that would never be able to immerse themselves into that, though, because they just don't care about video games in the first place and maybe not necessarily respect video games as a medium. It's a huge loss for them because, well, we all obviously get to see just how great of an art form and vehicle for storytelling games can be.
You're cordially invited, bitch!
But, definitely, it's not necessarily going to be for everyone, and they will have troubles feeling immersed in that sort of situation. And Keith, thank you very much for the raid. How was your stream, man? What were you doing? I think you saw something about you. Yeah, you were doing just like chatting and stuff of game development and working on homework or something, weren't you? I think I saw. But yes, thank you for the raid. Welcome on in. We're just playing through Episode 8 material from the HBO adaptation of The Last of Us. And thank you for grabbing the shoutout there, Dorian. I should have probably grabbed the stick, now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know how many hits this axe has. I should probably go back for that. Bing, ding, ding. But the alarm bells are great. Don't worry, this shouldn't take too much longer. There we go. Last guy. I just need to go grab that stick, and we are progressing. Wherever the fuck the stick was. Where was the stick? Where did I kill that guy? Out here? Oh, the pipe! Even better. Even better. Actually, I can see how many hits I had on that axe. Where is it? Okay, never mind. I'll keep the axe. Fuck it. Okay, we'll keep the axe. Alright. Arrow back. And Joel still finds Ellie's backpack. And sees the hanging bodice. So Joel still gets that kind of context of a threat being present to Ellie because, well, Joel still does get to see this. And he sees Callus, too. Whether or not show horse that they take is Callus or not, I would assume. They never say Callus in the show. We get to see baby Shimmer, but we don't get to see, that. Oh, yeah, no, I definitely agree, Gravel. But at least, like, he doesn't get nothing, but still, yeah, it's definitely not the same. It misses the full emotional impact. And also, it going straight to this, of course, in the show makes a lot more sense than somehow from that last stab, they both fall down and struggle and get knocked out for a bit. They both get taken out for a moment.
I knew you had heart. You know, it's okay to give up.
Yeah.
Ain't no shame in it.
Definitely, Gravel.
I guess not. Just not your style, is it? You can try begging.
Fuck you.
You think you know me? Huh? Well, let me tell you something. You have no idea what I'm capable of. Stop! Stop!
Fucking touch me!
It's okay. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look. It's me.
He tried to...
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay.
No.
It's okay.
And because of how it occurs in the game like this, like, cinematically, this is such a great scene that they missed out on actually being able to capture in the show, where the dialogue cuts out and you just get the music with the rest of what's happening between them. Like, it cinematically and emotionally just makes for such an impactful scene that definitely could have easily translated for the TV show, but because Joel comes upon Ellie in a slightly different timing circumstance in the show, it doesn't have the same full impact. Yeah, it's like overall, grand scheme of things, it works, it's fine, but it definitely is a misstep that they missed out on that scene having so much more impact. But that was episode 8. That went actually pretty damn quick. I mean, there's not a lot there. Even with me, one, screwing around with glitches in Coal Mine, and then also forgetting how to properly do the last part of Coal Mine for a bit before I finally did, and then still ended up dying once because of David magnetizing to the wrong enemy, and having to do it one more time there. Yeah, one thing I do see coming with the last episode is that it's gonna have the same feel as several of the episodes have had. Unfortunately, one of the negative parts is that a lot of the bits have kind of felt rushed at times, and I definitely seeing that being one of the issues that episode's gonna have, because like I said, there's not a lot that you have to show in that episode, but in terms of plot and emotion and dialogue that you need to kind of address during it, that's a lot to fit into an episode. So It's going to be interesting to see how they tackle that and fit everything in, because there's no way they're not going to have the build up to the hospital either, where we get the drafts. There's no way. No way they're not going to do that, so. Alright, Leamy, have a good night. But yeah, we will see next week. So, episode on Sunday, stream again for doing this recap and playthrough will be on the following Tuesday. Again. Yeah, there's moments that I feel the show has definitely tackled better than the game. And then there's been a few where they've definitely had slight missteps or full out kind of tripped over their feet, in my opinion. Like, it definitely was not the best. Tess's final stand.